Welcome to Skinner and Chalmers Weekly Roast. Today, Dreamscape Delights, a special edition podcast.
Good day, everyone, and welcome to this week's special edition of Skinner and Chalmers Weekly Roast. It's the 12th of May, and it's your favorite duo, Superintendent Chalmers and Seymour Skinner, here again, ready to bring you another delightful edition of our weekly roast.
Exactly, and you might be wondering, huh? Why is there a new episode on Sunday? Well, that's because Chalmers and I just woke up around 10 a.m., and Chalmers had this crazy dream he's dying to share with all of you out there.
Oh, yes, it was such an absurd dream, yet strangely familiar and somehow familial, yet so distant at the same time.
Anyway, you all know that when I dream something, it usually comes true. Let's see what this dream holds.
Indeed, Chalmers. Our loyal audience knows they can expect some laughs, cooking disasters, and unforgettable stories every week. But an unusual dream? Well, even this stuff can find its place on our podcast.
Indeed. Today's episode is to be understood as a special one, and I promise you, special it will be in every respect. So I trust you're ready for some mind-blowing revelations.
Then you got it, Chalmers. Our audience eagerly awaits your extraordinary tales. So what's cooking in our kitchen tonight?
Well, Skinner, last night I had one of those dreams, and it was so vivid that I thought I absolutely needed to share it with you and our loyal followers.
I'm all ears. Do tell us about your nocturnal vision.
Well, Skinner, in my dream I came to your house for dinner, but it was very different from what I remember from our usual visits. And lo and behold, our Dezens decided to animate my dream and share it with our viewers. Quite meta, wouldn't you agree?
That's rather peculiar, Chalmers. But wait, did you say Dezens animated your dream?
Yes, indeed. And since Dezens were so kind to bring my dream to life, I highly suggest our listeners tune in to our YouTube channel, or if everything works, you also should be able to watch the video on Spotify and so on. But yeah, you should definitely watch the screen while I narrate my dream. Trust me, it will be a sight to behold.
Wow! Chalmers, if this dream does come true, you might become the Nostradamus of our generation. Now, let's get started with the animation. Are you ready to embark on this surreal journey?
Absolutely, Skinner. Let's take our listeners and viewers on this adventure together. So, grab your popcorn and get comfortable while I explain the following happened in my dream.
Hello, Professor Skinner. Do I smell something burning coming from your kitchen?
Hey, boss, come in. No, there's nothing burning, Doctor. Chalmers, it's just a noodle pizza that I'm baking for both of us.
Smells like spoiled milk.
Don't be ridiculous. Spoilt milk doesn't smell like that.
Then what does it smell like?
Look, Doctor, Chalmers, our delicious noodle pizza smells like ramen and a pinch of cosmic energy from the deepest corner of the universe.
I see. In that case, I'm looking forward to tasting the noodle pizza.
Glad to hear that, but I'm afraid lunch isn't quite ready yet, but I'm sure it should be ready in a few minutes. Can I offer you something to drink while we wait?
Thank you very much. That would be great. Might I inquire as to the assortment of exquisite libations at my disposal for indulgence?
Indeed, sire, within our humble abode, we boast a selection of nectars, including apple juice, lemonade, fruit, infused tea, oat milk, and the essence of raspberry concentrate. Pray, may I have the honor of knowing your preference?
I'd love a glass of water, thank you.
Sure, a glass of water coming right up. I imported the water from the distant regions of the Stardew Valley. The purest water, perfect quality. I'm sure it will delight your taste buds.
I can judge that when I have tasted it. By the way, is the rutabaga ready to receive me now?
No, the rutabaga is not ready yet. We have to eat the noodle pizza first as a main course before we can order the rutabaga aftertaste.
Ah, I see, Professor Skinner. Thank you for your information. In the meantime, I would choose a table and enjoy my water. Water.
Of course, boss. I'll accompany you to your table. Yes, exactly. It's this way. If you would follow me, please. Yes, here's your table. I'll be right back with you.
Yes, thank you very much. I'll wait here for your return.
Damn it, what happened? Well, Enki, I can't believe it. For once, my culinary creation isn't burnt to a crisp, despite the fact that the oven is smoking. What do you think happened?
Skinner, I've seen your cooking skills before, and let's just say they're, unique. But today, you managed to avoid setting the neighborhood on fire with your dish.
Confused, I ask you, why didn't it burn this time? It's like winning the lottery without buying a ticket.
You know, Skinner, sometimes the universe conspires to give even the most hapless among us a small victory. Maybe it's a sign that you should try cooking more often.
Cooking more often? From the mouths of gods, one would assume such advice is golden. But still, I wouldn't bet on my next attempt not being another disaster.
Don't worry, my friend. Embrace this moment of triumph, however fleeting it may be. And remember, practice makes perfect, or at least edible.
I suppose that's true. Still, I can't help but wonder if Chalmers will notice the difference. He'll probably find some way to blame me for global warming if the food is good.
Oh, don't worry about old Chalmers.
He thrives on finding fault where there is none.
Just enjoy your rare success while it lasts.
All right, Enki, you've given me hope. I'll savor this non-burnt meal and maybe even try my hand at something new. Who knows? I might become the next celebrity chef of Memafield.
That's the spirit, Skinner. And if things go south again, just remember, I'm always here to offer support, or at least a few words of encouragement.
Thanks, Enki. I appreciate your friendship and wisdom. Now, pass the ketchup, would you? This undercooked experiment could use a little flavor boost. Wait, what's that sudden gust of wind? Did a tornado just decide to pay us a visit? You gods up there in heaven, please give me some information and the strength I need to survive this disaster one more time. Please, gods, I need you help me. I need your help. The latter is grammatically more correct. Amen.
I answered your prayer. I was still there anyway.
No, Skinner. That's just Cosmo spinning around in excitement.
See. He senses your newfound confidence in the kitchen.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Cosmos spinning means disaster is near. My cooking prowess must have attracted some cosmic retribution.
Skinner, relax. Your furry friend is simply happy for you.
Besides, how many times has he been through your failed experiments unscathed?
You're right, Enki. Cosmo's been through enough of my disasters already. He deserves some happiness. Thank you, Enki. You've calmed my nerves yet again. I guess I'll take this as a sign to keep trying and see where my culinary journey takes me.
That's the spirit, Skinner.
Remember, even the greatest chefs had their fair share of flops. As long as you learn from your mistakes, you'll improve over time.
You're absolutely right, Enki. With your guidance and Cosmos support, who knows? I might just become the next Food Network star.
Watch out, Gordon Ramsay. Skinner's taking over the kitchen.
Cosmo jumps onto Skinner's lap, nuzzling him affectionately.
Thanks, buddy. Let's see what other adventures await us in the world of cooking. After all, we can only get better from here, right?
Absolutely, Skinner. Bon appetite.
What the heck, Seymour?
Don't elect us.
Huh? Wait a second. Why is this not working? Well, 3, 2, 1, enjoy.
In a town named Meanfield, so quaint and grand, two friends gathered round, a story to be planned. Skinner cooked the meal, his passion on display, but alas, the flames danced and burned away. All the tales they told, the jokes they shared, each episode a treasure, many memories they've ensnared. Cosmo sat by, grinning with delight. The Skinner cooked Chalmers appetite took flight. And yet, through every mishap, every failed dish, they raised a toast. Their friendship never did diminish, for in this virtual realm they found their place, a haven of joy, a warm embrace. Oh, so here's to another year. May it bring us more of laughter, love, and stories galore. May this friendship last through time and space. In meme field, our hearts will find its place.
What the hell is going on in the kitchen? I see steam everywhere.
Skinner emerges from the cloud of steam, holding a perfectly cooked baked noodle pizza.
Ah, Chalmers, you're just in time for my latest culinary masterpiece, a steamed baked noodle pizza.
Well, I must say, Skinner, this isn't exactly what I expected. My taste buds have been adapting to your, unique cooking methods for far too long.
Skinner chuckles and shakes his head, smiling warmly at Chalmers.
In here, I thought you enjoyed living dangerously with every bite.
It's a tough life, Skinner, but someone's got to do it. So, how did you manage not to burn this one? Secret ingredient?
Timing, my dear friend. Timing. And a little help from Cosmo, as well as Enki, of course.
Cosmo floats into view in this scene, looking smug. He spins like crazy with joy and his mighty orb powers awaken, signaling auspicious events. However, this is not discussed further in the scene.
Of course. How could I forget our ever-helpful orb companion? You know, Skinner, maybe we should start a support group for people who enjoy burnt food. We'd be millionaires.
A lucrative idea indeed, Chalmers. Perhaps we can call it Burnt Bros Anonymous.
And you would be the president, of course.
Yes, the Grand Burnt Master, if you will.
They both laugh heartily, enjoying their camaraderie and shared experiences.
Well, Skinner, it seems tonight's meal is a pleasant surprise. Here's to you, finally learning to control that oven flame.
Thank you, Chalmers. Now, let's dig into this edible miracle before Cosmo changes his mind and turns it back into dough again.
They sit down together, ready to enjoy their meal and continue sharing stories, knowing that whatever happens in the kitchen, their friendship remains unburnt. I have written the scene instructions in square brackets for you. They should therefore be ignored. The scene fades out. Now,
This is not the food I expected or ordered.
Chalmers, I am truly sorry about the mix-up with our meal. This establishment usually gets it wrong, but tonight seems to be an exception. Our baked noodle pizza certainly isn't burnt, which is unusual for us.
Skinner, you know very well that in this town we expect no edible food. We come here for a regional dialect or a cheap substitution or just random stuff outside your kitchen window. A taste of Memefield's unique culinary culture. A baked noodle pizza. Really? Really? That's not what I ordered.
I understand your frustration, Chalmers. It appears they've made a grave error in your order. Let me rectify this situation immediately with the chef.
You had better do that, Skinner. I deserve a proper regional dialect, something authentic, not a real dish. And I want it now, without any additional charges.
Consider it done, my friend.
Just give me a moment to sort things out.
I promise to bring you the best Memefield has to offer in terms of language and slang.
after a brief pause, Skinner returns with a big smile on his face. You can see slight drops of sweat on his forehead.
Voila! Here's your complimentary regional dialect. Chalmers, straight from the heart of Memefield. Are you ready for some unforgettable Meme talk?
Chalmers takes a deep breath, preparing himself for whatever Skinner brings him next, while Skinner looks hopeful and proud, waiting for Chalmers' reaction.
All right, Skinner, let's hear it. I'm ready for some true Meme talk.
All right then, Chalmers, speaking in a thick Memefield accent.
Yo, man, give me a slice of them linguistic flavors, 'cause in Memafield we speak the truth, yo.
Both burst into laughter, enjoying the light-hearted moment and appreciating their friendship. Suddenly, Chalmers is speaking Dutch.
Je bent altijd een grappige kerel voor me geweest, Skinner. Maar dat is maar goed ook. Ik heb jou niet voor niets gekozen als de persoon die ik levenslang aan mijn zijde wil hebben.
Skinner doesn't understand a word of it, as he can only speak English, French, Polish, Arabic, Hindi, Bengali, German, and Japanese. Skinner indicates with a questioning look that Chalmers should politely repeat his answer. But Chalmers also reacts with a questioning look. Out of sheer hecticness about how to solve this unpleasant situation, Skinner suddenly speaks German.
Also, ich weiß nicht ganz, wie ich das sagen soll, aber ich verstehe kein Wort. Doch ich weiß, wir verstehen uns auch ohne Worte, Schatz. Und wenn ich dir so weiterhin in die Augen schaue, wird mir ganz duselig.
The situation is complex. The two don't understand each other, but they know in their hearts that this is not necessary. They look each other in the eye, both stifle a warm smile and slowly approach each other. Their noses move closer together, their pulses rise. The mood suddenly becomes very romantic. Both feel the breath on their faces and...
Amused speech. Clapping Skinner on the back. Well, Skinner, mission accomplished. That was priceless. Thanks for the thick Memafield accent. That definitely was making me laugh, especially under these circumstances. You never ceased to surprise me.
Grateful speech, patting Chalmers on the shoulder. Thank you, Chalmers. I'm glad I could make you laugh despite the mishap. After all, life's about having a good time even when the pizza's not burnt.
Indeed, Skinner, indeed. Indeed. Now, pass me another slice of that non-burnt pizza. I think I can get through it now, knowing we have each other to share these memorable moments with.
You don't have to tell me twice. Here's another delicious piece.
Just as delicious as you.
Oh, Skinner, are you implying something?
The scene ends here, leaving the audience in the cold, uncertain about the outcome of the scene.
The kitchen is on fire!
It's not.
It is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Chalmers, I swear I saw flames shooting out of our kitchen window. A fire must have started while I was trying to fix your meal and burning it to do so.
Don't be ridiculous, Skinner. There's no fire here. Here. It's just our usual Memafield magic at work, creating a spectacular illusion.
Illusion? Really? Look outside. The whole town can see it. This isn't funny, Chalmers. We need to evacuate before our house goes up in smoke.
See, relax, Skinner. Remember that time we had that party with Sonic and Shadow? Our guest list grew so much that the house seemed to expand like a rubber ball. That's what's happening now.
You mean time and space is expanding like a rubber ball right now? And how does that explain the flames outside?
Because, my dear friend, our house has become so popular that it's literally stretching itself to accommodate every visitor, including the ones from the fiery depths of the megaverse.
Only in Memafield. Chalmers, only in Memafield. But all right, if everyone's here, let's invite them all inside for a grand celebration. Who knows? Maybe they'll put out the fire with their presence alone.
Both chuckle heartily, embracing the absurdity of the situation.
Yeah, you got it, Skinner. Let's throw open the doors and welcome our unexpected guests. After all, in Memafield, every crisis is an opportunity for a party.
That's the spirit, Chalmers. To new friends, good times, and never-ending expansions. Here's to living life in Memafield.
Together, they walk towards the door, ready to greet their invisible guests and celebrate the not non-existent fire with laughter and joy.
Well, Skinner, it was a wonderful day. I enjoyed watching the coronation with you.
Hey, Chalmers, do you think we might have a tiny problem here? My house seems to be on fire.
Ah, yes, that's what I call an expansion of the fabric of space-time, my dear friend. It's like a rubber band stretching to its limits. You know how it goes. Bounce right back.
A rubber band, Chalmers? Really? Our house is on fire and you compare it to a rubber band?
Well, when you put it that way, it does sound a bit ridiculous, doesn't it? But seriously, Skinner, I assure you, everything will be fine. Just another day in Memedfield.
Another day indeed.
We had such a fantastic one just a few hours ago, didn't we?
That delicious pasta pizza we devoured and the lovely cuddles afterward. I mean, cuddles with Cosmo, of course.
Ah, yes. Yeah, the trifecta of happiness, pizza, pets, and good company. Can life get any better than that?
Suddenly, a bright light appears from within the burning house, and a mysterious figure emerges.
Sport Skinner and Chalmers, your house may be ablaze, but your spirits cannot be dampened so easily.
Who are you, and why are you appearing out of our flaming house?
Interesting question. Perhaps if we offer this enigmatic being some more pizza, they'll share some wisdom with us. What do you say, Skinner?
Why not? After all, we have plenty of leftover pizza. Let's see where this goes.
The mysterious figure accepts the pizza, takes a bite, and speaks.
Excellent choice of toppings, gentlemen. As a token of gratitude, I shall grant each of you a wish. Choose wisely.
I wish for this fire to be extinguished and my house to be restored to its original state.
And I wish for a new, even more extraordinary adventure to begin. One that we can share together with our friends in Memedfield.
The mysterious figure waves their hand, and the fire disappears, restoring Skinner's house as if nothing happened. Then, a series of exciting events unfold, creating an unforgettable experience for Skinner, Chalmers, and everyone in Memedfield. Even Skinner's evil twin had a smile on his lips, tears of reconciliation streaming down his cheeks.
To adventures yet to come.
Cheers to friendship, laughter, and endless surprises. Oh, and before I forget, I somehow get the feeling that I have something important to say.
Oh, really? What is it?
Many thanks to ArticTiger, there is no better leader than him for Memedfield. Thank you for all the hard work, sweat, and tears you have put into our city.
Oh, yes, he has given us so many great moments, and we are eternally grateful to him. Dozens is certainly of the same opinion.
With certainty. With that in mind, here's to many more great memories in Memedfield. And until then...
See you next time, Chal. Wait a minute. Chalmers, several Chalmers? What's the plural of Chalmers?
What do you mean by Chalmers, plural? There is only one Chalmers here, namely me.
That's what I would normally have thought. But can't you see the other Chalmers?
Skinner, have you completely lost it again, or what's going on here? Yes, and you call them steamed
and I am the man in the moon.
Despite the fact they are obviously
Aurora
grilled,
Borealis.
namely the cheese
At
man,
this time
very
of
tasty
year,
cheese.
at this time of
Oh,
day,
no,
in this
and
part
by
of the
gods
country,
in heaven,
they have
please
it
help
right
me.
your direction.
What's going on
Localized
here?
entirely.
I couldn't get
Here
enough
is
of
many
Chalmers,
more
but
great
now there are so
memories
many
in
Chalmers
Memedfield.
here.
And until
Look
then,
at me, Gunther.
at
I'm
this
standing
time
at
of
the
year,
please,
at this
help
time
me.
of day, in
And
this
you
part of
call
the
them
country,
steamed
you know, these
hams,
hamburgers are
despite the
quite
fact they are
similar to the
obviously
ones they have in
grilled.
crusty. Yes, and that was my dream. Quite an event, don't you think?
I have to admit, that sounds like more than just a crazy dream. Dreams are foams, as we all know, or is there a message hidden deep inside?
We'll have to find out over the next few days, Seymour. In any case, I hope our listeners had a lot of fun while listening and watching. Thanks to all our Memedfield residents, and special thanks to all the listeners.
Definitely. We're so glad to have such a fantastic community.
Absolutely. The support and engagement we receive from our listeners are what make doing this podcast so rewarding.
Whilst we're on an emotional note, I'd like to take this opportunity to address something important and personal. After countless burnt dishes, countless substitutions, sightings outside the window, and regional dialects, I can now officially announce that I am finally retiring from cooking.
Wait, what? You're just playing silly jokes, aren't you? You do, don't you, Seymour? Seymour?
Yes, of course, I'm just kidding. But the look on your face and hopefully the shock of the audience.
Oh my goodness, Seymour, you bad boy.
I can't believe you have done this to me.
I just couldn't help myself. Also, this is my sweet revenge for your stupid prank last time, haha.
Oh, come on. I just put a spooky little plastic skeleton under your desk drawer so it would fall out when you opened it. That was nothing compared to your shock here just now.
Yes. I already know what kind of pranks you and old Bartholomew are always up to behind my back.
We just want to lighten your mood and celebrate the fact that you're gradually getting over your fear of spooky skeletons.
Yes. I know you only want the best for me. Like a cake in the shape of a spooky skeleton that suddenly jumps out at me when I open the fridge door in the morning.
Even that was only harmless. Besides, the cake was incredibly delicious. We had all baked it to celebrate ArticTiger and the wonderful community we have here in Memmerfield. Everyone brought a homegrown ingredient, and together we turned it into a wonderful cake.
Luckily, no one brought pink underwear from our mayor and threw them in the pot.
Ha, I see your reference.
Well, anyway, that's it for our podcast episode today. Skinner and I jumped out of bed and straight into the podcast studio, meaning we haven't had breakfast yet, and I'm starting to feel like we should.
Same here. My stomach and head are starting to make themselves known. So, what do you think about homemade pancakes?
Burnt or edible?
In this case, edible.
Count me in. Well then, let's get to work. Thanks again for listening, and see you tomorrow for the next regular episode.
Until then, have a lovely Sunday. Bye.
Bye.